Hey everybody, thanks for checking out WeAreIowa.com or the We Are Iowa app. Highs in the mid-50s today. We could get up to the 70s. That's right, 70s on Wednesday. Definitely not normal for this time of the year. A lot to talk about, so let's dive in. Get used to these above average temperatures, and then like we said, watch out for Wednesday. 70s, high winds and severe weather possible. Kind of the trifecta there, if you will, of weather going to go on Wednesday. Wind gusts to 50 or 55 miles per hour will be possible. Maybe even up to 60 miles per hour would expect. Maybe a high wind watch to be issued tomorrow. Not really going to matter. It's still going to be very windy. Before we get to the non-winter-like conditions we're forecasting, let's talk about winter a little bit. We got our first snowfall Friday night into Saturday here in Des Moines. Got a half an inch of total accumulation. Nowhere where we usually are in terms of the average and last year. Look at that, 5.5 inches last year, right on par just about to the average snowfall. Let's dive in for this week. Low to mid-50s tomorrow. Not quite as warm today. Gusts to 30 miles per hour have been reported today. Not quite as windy tomorrow. Wind still out of the south. That's going to lead to temperatures in the 50s. Same story on Tuesday. Then look at that big jump on Wednesday. That would set the all-time record high in Des Moines for 72 degrees. That has never happened before. We have never hit over 70 degrees for a high temperature in Des Moines. We've hit 69 6 different times in recorded history, but never hit 70 or greater. We're forecasting 72 for a high on Wednesday. That's going to change pretty quickly, though. Here's the 5-day look kind of at the temperatures we're expecting. Look at that giant drop Wednesday into Thursday. Cold front comes in late Wednesday into Thursday. That drops us down more to the seasonal-like range, although the average high this time of year is in the mid-30s. We'll still be above average on Thursday and Friday with highs in the low 40s. Let's time out this low-pressure system. It's going to come over the Rockies on Wednesday morning. This is a very fast-moving system. It's going to produce some stormy weather starting probably in eastern Nebraska or western Iowa. We'll get a better idea on exactly the severe risk probably by tomorrow. Today it's a little bit hazy. We're still about 3.5 days out. But once we hit tomorrow, the severe risk will be a little more better determined. You see that cold front, and you see how close these are called isobars. You see how close those are stick together. The closer those are together, the stronger the winds are. It is going to be a very windy day on Wednesday. That cold front pushes through. Probably the main timeline, if we see any severe weather, is probably going to be between about 4 and 8 p.m. on Wednesday. And typically that's prime time for severe weather during the summer when the sun doesn't go down until 8 or 9 o'clock. But when the sunset is before 5 o'clock, it's going to be after the peak heating of the day, but that's not really going to matter with how windy it's going to be. Still, even after the cold front passes, you see it's going to be pretty windy heading into the day on Thursday before those winds finally back off. Both models, the American and the European, both long-range models, do hint at the risk for some severe potential. This is called the supercell composite parameter, just kind of an estimate of how ripe are the ingredients for severe weather to form on Wednesday. They're definitely there. The question here is probably going to be how much instability we see. That means how high the dew points are. If it's humid at all, we really should not be talking about humidity in the month of December, but here we are. Very gusty winds. That's kind of going to be the feed for these storms, but the winds could also be almost too windy. We'll keep tracking it as we get closer to the day there on Wednesday. 33 tonight. Winds will decrease from what they were today. A few high clouds will build in later on. Sunrise just after 7:30 tomorrow. Work our way up in the low to mid-50s yet again with a few more high clouds. Tomorrow's pretty much identical to the day today. Here's your whole plumbing heating 10-day forecast. We'll call it a 40% chance of a shower or storm on Wednesday again. We will be tracking it. Brandon's in tomorrow morning. He'll have a brand new look at the models tomorrow morning. A dry cold front arrives again Friday night into Saturday. That drops us down back in the teens, which is really December-like weather, although we're not really seeing any big-time snow chances for now for the foreseeable future.